Coming up on this all-new episode of Arcade Pickers.
I see an arcade 1-up Star Wars modded with the B Kong setup.
Put that into that game I was telling you about, Star Wars Galaxies. That what is closing out the shop?
I'm Corey Masal, and this is our home arcade. I've been playing games for over 30 years, and my son Jacob, he's been playing games for the last 10 years. We've searched all over for some of the rarest arcade cabinets you can find, but we still have yet to find the Holy Grail.
Attention, Narc 1.
Oh no, the Narc, man!
511 in progress.
Let's go!
Narc, made by Williams Arcade Cabinet. One of my favorite games of all time. My son Jacob is searching for a PlayStation 5. Join us as we hit the highways to find people's garages and home collections to search for what we've been looking for. This is Arcade Pickers. Alright, what's up?
Yay!
This is it, man. It's been a good day so far.
Yep.
So guess where we're going?
I will destroy the Jedi.
Who is that?
Farron. Palpatine.
Palpatine. We're going to Farron Palpatine. Is that his real last name though?
Palpatine?
Like how could that be his last name?
I don't know. It's a pretty cool last name though.
You like that last name?
Yeah,
That's not his
Palpatine.
real last name. Whose last name is Palpatine? Nobody that we know, unless
It's
they
cool,
don't
though.
want their real last name on Facebook, which is fine, Farron, because I know you're going to watch this, but Farron has some arcade stuff. He got some stuff from Retro Ralph. That's okay, but we're going to go check it out. He's got some other stuff there, and he said he had something for me. I don't know what it is. Any ideas?
I'm gonna say it's an arcade machine.
An arcade machine? You think Farron
I
Palpatine's going to give me an arcade machine?
Actually, well, that's what you always go, oh, there's a surprise. And then we show up and, oh my god, it's Time Crisis 8.
Time Crisis 8. So I have to tell you, he has some cool arcade stuff, so have an open mind.
I know.
I know you're excited about going to the game store, right?
Yes.
We'll go to the game store and you'll educate me about games and I'll educate you about arcades. So we'll just do what we have to do, but we're going to Anthem. So if anybody is not from Arizona, Anthem is where our outlet malls are. There's really not a whole lot up there other than that and new houses, but
Isn't it like on the way to Flagstaff?
yeah, it's on the way to Flagstaff. So you take the freeway north out of Phoenix and then you're up there. But you know, I know Farron has some virtual pinball, which I know you don't care about, but I think it's bad. Mom and I love it.
I know
and
Mom loves that.
Mom loves it. She just beat my top score last night on Tron Legacy. I was
I hate pinball.
pissed.
It's too basic.
But I wasn't pissed because I wanted her to beat it, because now I have to beat her top score. Why don't you like it?
Because it's 2 buttons. It's boring.
You like more than 2 buttons? Well, I
Yes.
have news for you. There's 2 buttons. There's flipping the ball. There's also the tilt button. There's a lot of stuff that goes into it, but how about this? Let's go to Farron's and see what he's got. Let me hear your best Palpatine impression before we sign off.
Oh.
Let me hear it.
I will destroy the Jedi.
No, it's bad.
Yes.
As we arrive in Anthem, Arizona, we are still both very hopeful to find a Narc cabinet and a PlayStation 5.
So Farron Palpatine has been in the arcade community for a while now. He's a great resource to have here in the Phoenix area and also a super cool guy. He's also known as Rudy Roundhouse on YouTube, so go check out his channel. But I can't wait to get over here and see what he has in his garage arcade. Farron, what's up, man?
What's up?
Good to see you, man.
Hey, how was the drive?
God, good. It was good, man. We love coming up here.
Yeah, well, it's a
So you
short jump.
got everything all set. I got Jacob on the camera.
How you doing?
So, man, I've never been up here. I've talked to you a lot, but I've never actually seen what you have in your collection.
Yeah, it's been a long time. So yeah.
So, in honor of Arcade Pickers, you can give us the Rockstar treatment.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Take
what
a look.
it is.
All right, man. What do you got going on in here?
Well, we have the Attack from Mars Arcade 1-Up.
So as soon as I walk in, I see 3D printed items. I see Arcade 1-Up Pinball. I see full-size arcade machines. I see driving machines. This is a super cool place to be doing arcade pickers.
Attack from Mars Arcade 1-Up Virtual Pinball features a 23.8-inch LCD playfield. Arcade 1-Up partnered with Zen Studios to bring this table to you. It also features Fishtails, The Getaway, Junkyard, Medieval Madness, Whitewater, Red and Ted's Roadshow, Hurricane, Tales of Arabian Nights, and No Good Gophers.
This is actually going out soon, so I pulled it up front.
Was this the one you got from Ralph?
I did, yeah. This is Ralph's machine, and yeah, it was in pretty much mint shape, and he gave me a good deal on it, so I snatched it up as quick as possible. I don't know if he signed it on the inside, which, you know, he tends to do.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, it's a great little machine. I can't believe it.
Well, I've never seen one of these in person, and I'm going to tell you right away, there's a lot of chrome, which I like, because usually they're known for kind of like, their arcades seem a little bit cheap to me.
I was really shocked. I
When
mean,
I
if
see
you
the
feel
chrome.
it, they're actually a pretty heavy machine. I mean, it's not super heavy like a real pinball machine in any way, shape, or form, but this can be moved by, well, in a pinch, one person. I actually unloaded this from my truck by myself.
You're not spending $3,000 either.
No, not at all. But you could turn it. I mean, I'm sure you've seen the videos already.
I have not. I have purposely avoided Arcade 1-Up videos. So can you tell me which tables are on this? Is it just this, or is there a
comes
slew
with,
of tables?
I think it's about 11 tables.
Are they just random, or?
No, they're all the same. I mean, you're going to get Tales of Arabian Nights, which is an amazing game. That's a great table.
Okay.
But these are in 720p, so they're kind of scaled down for arcade 1-Up machines. But you'll get Attack from Mars, obviously, and a few other choice ones in there.
Okay.
But they all play great. I heard that there was an issue with one of the tables. I have not found the issue yet. Every
What
one
was
of the
the
tables
issue?
used to play. I don't know. They all played fine for me.
I think
They
people
said-
had like random issues that I saw, like cracked this or broken that.
They just say you couldn't play one of the tables. Like one of the tables would not play for them. But like I said, I have not found this issue at all. Yeah.
So I can tell you right now, I know you told me about this on the phone, but with it saying Zen Studios, it's definitely Pinball FX, because I have this table.
Oh yeah,
So-
Zen makes hundreds of sweet little tables.
So Arabian Nights, Gophers, Whitewater, Roadshow, Hurricane, Attack from Mars, Fishtails, Getaway, Junkyard, Medieval Madness. So now I know why you're selling this.
Yeah, no.
This is like the B movie pinball table.
But it plays really smooth. I will give it that.
It's fun though,
well,
right?
If you had seen the videos on YouTube, the ability to mod this is extremely easy because the components inside are no different from the Arcade 1-Up machines. So you can take the little prongs, put it to the converter boards, and you're good to go pretty much. And this is actually much larger than it looks because they covered up half of it to keep their small little DMD display kind of, I don't know, shrunk. But it's huge. So if you remove this, I 3D printed a nice little bezel for it.
Oh wow!
And this will
you did?
fit right here and show you the whole entire screen there. And you don't really need this after that. So
That's pretty sick.
yeah, it's
Wow.
And this, you can fit a 21.5-inch monitor in here. I think B Kong is the first one that just decided to say, "What the heck of it," and tried it, and it fit perfectly. So I actually have that monitor. It's
Thank
great.
you, B Kong.
Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
he does a lot of crazy stuff to try it out.
That's pretty awesome. Wow. Well, that's cool. Well, so I'm over the Arcade 1-Up.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna buy another one.
Yeah.
I like them. I feel like they do get people excited about the hobby.
Right.
And if you don't have the space to put huge machines,
No,
this
mini
is
K.
perfect.
Mini K. That's the only
Yeah,
thing you got.
it's
No
perfect for
space,
that.
Mini K. That's exactly what it's good for.
But hold on, now we're talking. Okay, wow. So you have an Area 51.
Yep, this is the Area 51 Maximum Force combination board. Put in a Site 4 box.
This is pretty cool. I had this one, but on the Thomas Wave from Ralph.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, and then that went to Scott. That went to Scott on
Oh, okay.
Arcade Episode. He actually traded that for something else. But where'd you get this thing from?
Take a guess.
Ralph?
I bought it from Ralph to help him make room for his road blasters.
Oh, so he must have gotten this after our arcade picker split because I didn't see it there. I don't think.
Really?
Oh no,
Yeah,
wait,
it's
he did
always
have
had
it.
this for a while.
He had it inside. That's right.
Yeah,
I forgot.
he loved this machine. He didn't want to get rid of it, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Hey, I need to make room for my road blasters cabinet. Do you want Area 51?" And I toiled over it because it's like I've had it. You can do it on MAME, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'll take it. So, and if you've seen his video on his monitor issues, that was this cab.
Okay. It looks good though.
Yeah,
I mean, it looks really good.
Yeah, we got the monitor fixed, replaced basically just recapped some of the chassis and the flyback, and it works perfect now.
Did he help you do that then?
Well, we were working on this together, and then it turned out we had the wrong monitor because we bought like 3 monitors to replace this one monitor. And I'll let him tell the story on that, but it was a nightmare. So I finally took the original monitor and gave it to our buddy Tony. He's from Coin Amusement.
Okay.
And he just, for $100, he replaced the caps for me and the flyback, and I was good.
Wow. Well,
Yeah,
it looks really good.
He did us a solid.
Is this a keeper for you?
No, I put it up already.
How much is it?
I put it up for $950, and I think some guy wants to come look at it next week. I don't know. Tough call.
I mean, if you can get a $950, I'm impressed. I think I let mine go for $450.
Yeah, that's a great shape machine.
I wanted it to move quick, but
And
it
it's
wasn't in
coin-
the original cabinet like this.
Yeah, no, this is coin op
I'm gonna
ready.
get B-roll of this, so yeah,
This
you
is
don't
coin
have
op
to worry
ready.
about filming it, son.
Coin op ready, and it's ready to spend. I have it set to free play. It's weird. If you just put this in free play, it doesn't make the coin noises when you flick it.
I have news for you though.
that
After you've
awesome?
played Time Crisis,
Oh yeah, no, I love Time Crisis. Time Crisis is amazing.
this was my favorite. I have somebody coming to buy Time Crisis 4 tomorrow.
Nice, that's
I
awesome.
didn't want to get rid of it,
How
but
much you selling it for?
well, so the guy he said, will you take 500?
Oh.
And I wasn't going to take 500, but it turns out I looked on his friends list and he's good friends with our cousin. So he's like he gets the second cousin price.
Right, that's hilarious.
So, and we never play it. So I said, if it's not getting played, it needs to go on to someone who's going to
That's
play
funny.
it. And I have a bunch of other cabinets to put the money into. But I did have this one recently from Scott. I got it for $200 and
Wow.
I didn't play. I had a multi-cab, but it was this exact cabinet. Literally,
I'll
everything
tell you
was
the
the
story
same.
about this.
What is it?
This is actually a find that probably my best find yet.
Okay.
I got this for $100 from my buddy Tony, and it had no board. It had everything but the PC in it. So, and it had the trackball was complete junk.
Okay.
So I replaced the trackball. It cost me $100. I bought the Nighthawk system from Ralph for $100.
From his arcade one-up?
No,
computer setup?
It was. He has like 3 of them.
Right.
And he didn't need this one, so he's like $100. You can have it. So I threw it in here, and it worked perfectly. However, the monitor in this is pretty much needs to be recapped.
Okay.
But it plays. I can actually hook up an LCD to it, and it'll work. But I'm gonna keep the original monitor in there. It's a Neotech. The monitor alone's worth about $800. It's beautiful.
Wow.
So $200.
This is-
brand new machine.
You've got 200 in this?
Yeah.
What'd
100
you buy?
for the
What'd you
cab.
buy it for?
Oh,
100
I'm
bucks?
sorry, 300. I bought the cab for 100, and it came with a bill changer that works perfectly. The coin mech works perfectly. The ball is minted. I bought that brand new off
Okay.
Amazon, believe it or not.
So you told me about this. Terra Burst. Wow. Okay, so where's this thing from?
Well, Tony was closing out his shop because he was building a new warehouse, the guy that sold me the cab. And I saw this laying around, and I was like, man, Corey loves marquees for weird machines. And I thought, 98 machine I'd never heard of, I've got to have it. And
Wow.
I've been holding it for months, just waiting to see you again.
Thank you so
No
much.
problem, man.
I appreciate it. I honestly can tell you, I know the arcade gurus are going to kill me for this, but I don't know what that game is.
Neither do I, but I knew it was a game because I had never heard of it. I had to have the marquee. I'm like, you know what? This is something that Corey would definitely like.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. Not a problem.
Wow.
Yeah, I
If
didn't
you
want it to
ever
get broke, so I stuffed it between some things to make sure it would not get broke.
I love it. That's awesome.
It's got a nice glass cover on it.
It does. Those are super rare, and as I told you, I'm hanging those up in the game room.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
So wow.
Definitely take its place.
Well, thank you very much. That
very
means a
welcome.
lot. That means a lot. I'm going to keep that one, by the way. That's not for sale. Because if you do end up moving away, like you said you were,
Yeah.
I'm going to keep this as a memory of our Arcade Pickers episode.
That's awesome.
Okay, so moving right along, I see you have the Fast and the Furious stand-up arcade
Fast and
cabinet,
Furious.
and I remember Ralph getting this.
Yep.
But you got it up and working, and it looks good. And the monitor actually is crooked, just like Ralph said.
It is crooked. Yeah.
But you can't notice it. I only knew that because he told me, or I wouldn't have noticed it.
You know, we're pretty sure that it was just a neck adjustment, and I just have not done it yet. Because believe it or not, the monitor itself is solid in there straight. So a quick neck adjustment would probably fix the entire issue. But,
Do you play this thing?
I don't, but my kids do.
Your
My
kids like it?
Love this game. Yeah, it's the only game they'll play. Believe it or not, out of everything,
Wow.
even all the main games. This is the one they come out and play once in a while. But I replaced the keypad. The keypad was pretty much just torched.
Looks good though.
Yeah, the gearbox. So yeah, you had to take it apart. It's a really intricate way to take this apart. Unnecessary, but
A lot of screws, like 80 something screws
Plus you
or
have to
something.
pry that pad away from the little, the decal back there, and that's almost impossible to do without ruining the decal. So I had to take a lot of care and technique to get that apart without destroying the decal while doing it. But it works great now.
Well,
But
so-
yeah, you can type it all in.
I
Everything works
I
great.
have this on my my Technopara Batman cab.
Yeah.
And you said your kids like to play it?
Yeah,
Well, with Fast and the Furious, it's always about family.
it's always fun.
I see an arcade 1-up Star Wars modded with the B Kong setup. Yeah. Okay, so behind the Fast and the Furious, I see you have the Star Wars and the Street Fighter arcade 1-up, but I noticed these aren't typical arcade 1-ups.
No, believe it or not, this was my first ever arcade cabinet that I owned, and I bought it at Walmart for $250, and within 4 hours had it ripped apart and threw a Raspberry Pi into it. Within 2 days, I had a PC put into it, and then I had the typical 2,000 some odd games put into it.
Okay.
But, making
Yeah.
sure.
Man.
I found ROMs that you couldn't normally find. That was the tough part, like the Roadrunner ROM and stuff like that. Stuff I just couldn't normally find. I made sure I had.
And you have a 3D printed joystick on there, I
this
see.
is my little.
Did you
made
make that?
This is a Celtic design skull that I made out of flexible material. You can actually pop this right off, and it's squishy.
Oh, it just goes on there? Okay. And you 3D printed that?
Yep.
Wow.
It's actually glow in the dark.
Sweet. That's the 3D printer thread
Yep.
you're using?
Oh,
yeah. So tell me about the gun that's on there.
That's a standard aim track, and believe it or not, I have it pretty much wired perfectly to play stuff like Operation Thunderbolt or Operation Wolf. I'm sorry.
Okay.
And it works perfect. It's finding those settings was the most difficult part of all.
So you're just standing back here firing at it?
For the way this is set up, because I have it up here, and I used to have it all nice and neatly, but between times of trying to just get that adjustment, I took it all out and just set
Okay.
it out. But eventually I'll have this all tucked back in there. I drilled a nice little neat hole, the wire to go through. But the measurements and accuracy is really done well on so far. And if I switch it to Windows mode, because this is currently in Linux,
Okay.
if I reboot in Windows mode, then you'll be able to play Technoparrot and Alien and all those games. are
Oh,
already
really?
Set up. Yeah, they're already set up.
You're the man. Those
So
are fun to
they
do.
They
Wow.
Work, they work beautifully with the setup the way it is. However, because the way this is set up here, you have to sit to play. You can't stand.
Oh, because of the angle on
right, the way it's optimized
Okay.
is to sit.
That's pretty
And
cool.
Because I'm lazy.
Hey, arcade people are lazy. What are you gonna say? And now, okay, so I see the Star Wars machine that I sadly sold. I wish I wouldn't have, because I actually liked to sit down and play that game.
Yeah, I have this one set. As a matter of fact, if you've seen my video on adding a keypad to your Technoparrot,
Yes.
this is the machine I did it on.
Okay.
And,
So you can play Batman on here.
you can play Batman. You can play Dirty Driving. I mean, any game that you can
Initial
save your
D,
stuff.
H2O Overdrive.
H2 Overdrive worked perfectly. Yeah. The
Yeah.
only difference was you had to use the slash as your pound key because pound doesn't do it. And for some reason, / works as the pound key.
You might have just taught me something.
Yeah.
Maybe I should try that on mine.
Yeah, should I watch this?
So as we were walking through, I saw you have this super cool microphone and headphone set up. What's going on over here?
Yeah, this is where I do my current YouTube videos when I actually do them.
And you are known as
Rudy Roundhouse.
Rudy Roundhouse.
Yep, I am the Rudy Roundhouse.
That's pretty awesome. And I see you have like, this is not like a normal microphone that you would just have for YouTube. Why do you have that microphone?
For a while, I was doing voiceover training. I worked for Cartoon Network for a while doing post-production material for conversion of stereographic, 2D to stereographic. And I did stuff like Robot Chicken and Black Dynamite, was Adult Swim cartoons.
Oh yeah.
And I was moving into the voiceover thing just as a hobby, kind of, let's give it a shot. And while I was training, this is one of the mics that seemed to be the best rated mic, so I've had it since then. And yeah, unfortunately, once I dumped the entertainment industry, I just can't go with a better mic.
Just use it for YouTube.
Absolutely.
That's pretty cool.
That's what I've been using for YouTube.
Wow, we have the perfect setup out here, and I really appreciate you letting us come over to film your collection, which I definitely wanted to do. And he's actually been a big help with me as far as fixing some PC stuff, power supply stuff that I had going on. He's been part of the community for some time and been very helpful. So we're not buying anything today. Yeah, Hydro Thunder you helped me with. And that was actually the guy who bought that for me was looking for it for some time.
Yeah.
And if you remember, he saw it in the background on one of my other posts and came over with $1,000 cash.
Yeah, he knew what he wanted, that's for sure.
Well, and he wanted it for his, I think it was his 8 or 9-year-old daughter. And said, she wants this, boom. Oh, he looked at yours first, that's right.
Yeah, he came by and they looked at it, but he knew he wanted the bigger machine, and I was like, hey, no problem.
You know what's silly is the $20 in LED lights that I put on there?
Yeah,
I thought it was what put it over the top.
No, it's funny, because mine sold literally the week after, and it was like, that's awesome.
It's an easy sell.
Exactly. It was beautiful. They're both beautiful machines.
Well, that's awesome. Well, thanks for letting us pick your brain a little bit and check out what you've been collecting. I know you have machines come and go, and I got to tell you again, thank you so much for
you're very welcome.
The Terra Burst. This is awesome.
Terra Burst.
This is going up in the Arcade Pickers game room up on the Marquee wall. So, well, I don't want to keep you too much longer, man, but thank you so much.
Anytime, man. Anytime.
All right. You
Thanks
ready to go
back.
pick some more games? Let's do it. So we've been going to Bookman's for some time now over by where we live in the east side of Phoenix, but we've never been into this one to shoot. We've shopped here a couple times, but this one has tons of retro games. It has tons of retro collectibles and toys. If you're ever in the Phoenix, Arizona area, you gotta check this place out. It's awesome.
All right, so I found this Tron Killer App 2.0 game for Xbox, and I don't have it, and I love Tron, and it's inexpensive, so I think I'm going to go ahead and pick this up. Tron 2.0 Killer App allows you to take the role of digital warriors Tron and Mercury as you battle against the Corruptor, an evil computer program attempting to create the ultimate virus and take over the system. In more than 30 intense levels featuring multiple types of gameplay, you'll engage in third-person isometric action. You'll also battle on light cycles, tanks, and recognizer modes.
What did you buy?
I did not grab anything.
You decided not to buy anything?
Nope, I'm trying to save my money.
You're gonna save your money?
If it was like $10, I would have
$10.
gone.
All right.
I feel like they probably were giving me a good price, but I still have other games I need to play.
Well, I'm going to go with Tron Killer App 2.0 and Elevator Action.
Overall, it was a pretty decent trip to Bookman's. We could tell they were a little uncomfortable with us recording, so I did grab Tron and Elevator Action. Jacob, on the other hand, decided to save his money for something bigger and better, which you will see next episode. But I think that's about it for today in arcade picking, all in a good day's work. I think it's time to head back out of here. So we had a great time arcade picking today. I know we didn't end up scoring any cabinets, but we did buy a couple of games, and you guys got to realize it is super hot in Arizona right now. So it's really hard to get into some of those warehouses and the places you guys want to see. But please go ahead and subscribe to the channel, because coming up here, as soon as it cools off in about a month or two, we have people lined up to have us come out and show you their awesome collection. And who knows, maybe we'll even score some for ourselves.